Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm doing a tutorial for one of my Instagram followers. Shout out to Lou Lake Beats. I hope I could pronounce your name right. So if you guys have any topics you are interested in, let me know in the comments below, or you can shoot me a DM on Instagram if you're interested in any kind of tutorials. And today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make your own boomy and punchy 808 bass. We are going to be using Serum and Ableton's operator, since those synths are very popular and many of you have them, so I thought that it would be the right choice to use those synths. And you can make an 808 in any synth basically, where you could apply an envelope to the pitch, or in the synth where you have some kind of modulation. So guys, let's start with our 808 sound design. So the first thing you need to think about is what kind of 808 do you want to make, and I have some examples which sound like that. Yeah, just a boomy one, bit different. This one is very short and punchy. So guys, decide what kind of 808 do you want to make, and after that you could start making your own one. And the first thing we need to do is adjust the envelope. So let's say I want to make a short and punchy 808 sound. I'm going to use a sine wave. You could use a triangle and square, it really depends on the sound you want to get, but usually I would say the sine is the best option. And I'm going to add some harmonics. You could do that in Ableton's operator just by drawing your harmonics here. And the basic sound sounds like that. I think I want to make it longer. And also I want to make sure that our bass is in mono. Yeah, I think that sounds nice. Now we could add the second oscillator to give it more character. Yeah, now we start getting that nice sound. And now guys, we are going to apply the pitch envelope to our sine wave. So it's going to sound like a proper 808. Yeah, as you can hear, now it becomes more like a proper 808 sound. You can play around with the pitch envelope. Yeah, now it becomes like a proper 808. So the sound design is pretty simple, just a basic sine wave with a pitch envelope. This is what actually makes an 808. Now we could apply a filter. So for example, we could cut the higher frequencies and apply the PRD, which is the best filter for the bass. And I'm going to add some drive. One more important thing, guys, I'd like to mention is that it's a good idea to add some attack, because when the kick is going to hit, we just moved the attack of the bass and there is more space for our kick. We are still going to sidechain it, but it will make our kick and bass work a little bit better if we increase the attack. Yeah, so sounds like that. I like that sound. Yeah, so the sound design is pretty simple. Let's now try and use Serum, which in my opinion is more flexible. You can do much more interesting things there compared to Operator, but still Operator is a great synth, so if you don't have Serum purchased, use Operator or some other synthesizer which you have. Now guys, I'm going to do pretty much the same thing inside Serum, so let's take some basic shapes. I'm going to use a sine wave again, short and punchy. The reason why I like Serum for 808 basses is that you could use the LFO like an envelope for your pitch. So for example, we could do something like that. Make sure that the envelope is not bipolar, so you can switch it here. So the type of envelope, make sure it's only one arrow. I want to make sure my LFO is set to envelope, so now we could add some distortion. It really depends on the sound you want to get, guys. So if you want to have that deep and pure 808, you don't need a lot of saturation distortion. We're going to try and use some distortion. Yeah, sounds pretty nice. As you can hear, guys, when I increase the length of my envelope or the LFO, the sound changes a lot. So it really depends on how much of that pitch you want to get. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Or something like that sounds pretty okay for me. As you can hear, guys, it becomes much more aggressive and fat. So if you want that kind of 808, go with the square waveform. If I were using the square, I would use filter and I would cut the higher frequencies so I don't have a lot of high end, since I don't like how it sounds. And from that moment you could start maybe adding some noise if you'd like, doing some sound design. Basically you could do anything with your 808, and that is a huge advantage when you are making your own 808, because when I was making beats I used a lot of sampled 808. With that you could layer your sounds, your 808, and make it unique, more interesting. Maybe let's try and do some more sound design. We could maybe add some compressor and try if OTT works. Yeah, as you can see, we get that OTT sound character, and if you want to go with that, do that, guys. So we could decrease the higher frequencies and maybe boost the low end. We could try and use different saturation modes and maybe a filter to soften the sound. As you can see, guys, it's very simple, nothing fancy, just a basic waveform with a pitch envelope. That was all I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope that you get the idea, you get the concept, and I also hope that you found some useful tips, and now you are able to do your own punchy, boomy, and unique 808 basses. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.